there are a lot of picks in the meta who can punish a blind pick Varus.
Yeah.
Fizz can be one of them.
Get the Fizz.
Like, Faker obviously used it a ton at MSI. It is a good pick in the mid lane as full. The normal jungle route in the swap. It's the mind game fire. And he's gonna find it.
Goes hunted, and he's got some help from Power. Trick might be first blooded in this game. He's gotten healed up by Mithy, but will it be enough? No! First blood and Amazing has got to get out of town. Turns around, give a little bit of help back over to Mithy, but in comes Kikis to get the revenge kill, and Perks manages to answer onto Power. A 2-for-1 trade for G2 Esports here. Onto Mithy, meanwhile, Trick up in the top side, clearing away Skull Crabs. Looking for maybe a gank on Power, who's staying relatively safe hugging his tower, but in comes the Fish, Chains of Corruption, another piercing arrow. Trick is coming in, slowed up. There is a teleport coming down, but will it be too late? Power is going down. Perks picks up the kill credit for that one as Soaz comes in to try and return fire, but Trick is out of there.
And we talked about this in Champ Select. When you blind pick that Cloud Trick.
Yep. So first one over to G2, they do get that plus 15 move speed. Now we'll talk about that later because the Chains of Corruption are on to Mithy, who has to flash. As Amazing is exhausted, down Trick comes in for some relief, pitching the Fishes on. Hybrid getting chomped, and now Perks gets a killing spree to pick up Amazing, looks for Power, return, that's a double kill for the Fish. And Kikis, Toronto breaks back to safety, Origen, the rest of them, way too late to the party here. G2, 6 kills on the board.
Yeah, G2 is getting...
Grab themselves more map vision and map control. They haven't really been able to grab much outside of their own jungle, with the exception of 1 or 2 just outside of the Baron Pit. That is Cloud.
Only Origen on moving into the river. Fizz is behind.
Might be the fight they're looking for.
There we go.
Oh, there's the Fish onto Power of Evil. Half his health is gone just like that, despite the Janus shield. And he goes golden Hybrid, knocking him back for just a second. But Perks will finish the job. Chains of Corruption lands. Amazing, looking for the execution. Not going to happen. Soraka makes a wish. So has a little...
And G2 once again back on Baron.
Eyes on the prize.
No TPs at all available, but they're getting it very low before Origen has even reacted. Look at this. Amazing is very far away.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to be able to react to this one. So G2 pick up the Baron at a low, low price.
Managed to lock down one of the targets, but Soraka is there to heal it. Kindred ult is there to save you.
Come right back in.
Ooh, Trick now, no.
Oh,
amazing.
Ooh, he got caught, chunked out very low here. Perks is threatening on the outside after he finished off the inhibitor. Tower has gone down. Origen are down to Nexus turrets, and it may only be one as Perks finishes off that one. One Nexus turret, one inhibitor is all that's left of their base at this point. OG trying to hang on by a thread, but you've got to think they're thinking about the game number 2.
And we just see G2 trying to get out of combat so they can benefit from this movement speed and get the fantastic cape behind them. The wind. Because that's what you do with the Cloud Break, you just get out of combat. But no, they're actually trying to win the game, guys.
In, here we go. Kick is teleporting in on this one. Last inhibitor will fall. The rest of OG are starting to melt away. Kikis going on into Hybrid, dashing forward. So as a tanky as the tree is, it is not enough. A double kill for the top laner of G2 Esports. It is only going to be Nexus turret and only going to be Nexus just shy of 35 minutes into the game. And the reigning champs prove they are still supreme.
And by no means the game Origen were looking for. Coming in, wanted to show, obviously, that Sven and Mithy, Zir and Caitlyn, 2 of the strongest late game damage dealers we have. And then
really long range.
Again, think of the zone control. When you have when you have a Zir
we do have Victor now.
We also do have Victor. One way to do that is by ganking the Maokai.
Level 3 gank. Spider coming in, flashes, and a flash followed by Kikis. Exploding Spiderling, they land the cocoon! And that's first blood over to Soaz.
Amazing, just completely tricked all of us, Dragons, from game 1.
Except there's still a Cloud Dragon.
Ah!
Unlucky. Oh! Flash! Pulverize from Hybrid, knocking Mithy right into the team, but it's a 3v3 as Trick was there. Exhaust is on him, and Hybrid is caught all alone. Sven will get the kill onto that one. First pickup for G2 Esports, and it goes to the 80 carry. You're starting to invest in some wards around Dragon, maybe just to prevent Amazing from coming through River.
And one thing we're going to see more now on some of these mid laners like Azir. Let's talk about it after because it's an all-in top.
Yeah, this is a big bruisery fight. Kikis throws the Maelstrom on as Soaz has already spent his ultimate. The flash for flash traded. Kikis goes a little far forward, and Soaz gets the outplay. Teleporting out of there. Will he make it? Yes, he will!
Soaz always does that. I don't know how, but Soaz always managed to escape. Finally. And now we can fight again.
Yep, there goes the fish. Kikis realizes there's a spider waiting in the wings as well. No flash available to get out of town. He tries to juke, but it's just not enough. Kikis does get an arcane smash off, but Amazing will claim the kill on that. And now, the Wave pushing in on the top side, they can start to do some serious work on the tower. Mythy absorb. I would imagine they want to try to fight for it. And Hybrid, he's caught up. He throws on the Unbreakable Will. Look at how he flashes away just to try to avoid all the damage, but he's still gone down. Perkz manages to secure the kill. First in the pocket for the Azir. G2 set up the trap and snap it shut. Be careful, the fish does not hit. And Soaz still chasing down. The dragon gets taken very stealthily, very quickly by G2, but Kikis' teleport is been stopped. With Amazing and Soaz right at his back, he's getting flashbacks to the earlier dives up in the top side. Kikis will not live through the night here. Solace knowing that his team was able to secure Mountain Drake, I suppose.
Right,
oh, the jukes!
And he's
not
buying
enough.
so much time that the rest of G2 is setting up on the bottom side.
To get the vision down if he wants it. He's going to have to go for the hero steal, though. Is this not going to finish up? Here we go. He goes up. He goes down. Will he stay out long enough to get the smite off? No, they turn their attention. He steals it away. Amazing gives his life for the Origen cause.
G2 thought they could just kill him.
Flank off, but he got flanked himself. Throws down Unbreakable Will, and they are all on top of him. He gets a pop-up onto Mythy, who was holding on to Sven for just a moment. Power of Evil will snipe down the support, but is it enough to win this fight? Blinking health bars say no, and Origen are going to have to back away at least a few members. Soaz and Power of Evil will tag in. Fish does not connect onto Perkz. Meanwhile, they turn their attention towards Kikis, or rather, he's turned his attention back, and Power of Evil will get tricked. Still, Amazing falls finally. Perkz gets bang on even in terms of gold, about 700 separating the two teams. However, the triple Mountain Drake, big advantage to try and take those objectives. You can see how low Baron is getting already. There is a teleport coming inside the back of the pit. One inside the pit, nearly gets sniped away, but Trick is able to smite it down this time. The fight is on, but Baron buff over to OG. Hybrid goes in to try and get a pop-up, but he does not get enough.
It's just when you give away so many dragons, you see how fast.
The last second teleport comes back in. There's Kikis. They're looking to try and finish out this tower. Chaos Storm comes up and the Lamster Spite's on. Hybrid does pull off the massive flank, but they can't kill anyone with the Lamster Spite on just yet. Soaz will take out Sven, gets a double kill, nails Trick in the back, and this might be the fight that OG are looking for. Kikis on the retreat, gets eaten up by Mythy. Will they stay alive? Running and running as fast as they can. Kikis, they turn their attention to him. He's not going anywhere. Twisted advance right into his death. Power of Evil secures the kill. It's a 4-for-0, and Mythy is still on the run from Soaz.
Just buying time right now, but Soaz chasing him, Elder Drake right there, seeing everything. Not sure, now Origen won't have time to win the game, but they get a team fight victory. They get an Elder Drake.
They do lose a Nexus turret, though, for the Winions.
G2 was so greedy for that tower, they moved straight in. The reason they TP'd as well was to make sure the minion couldn't die, and they could just step in, get a few hits on that tower and take it down, but then open up Origen to get the perfect engage. And also so much damage even before the fight started. Elder Drake now for Origen, great team fight, and really, really risky play from G2.
Just clear out the last of the wards in the back of that pit. Power takes a bit more poke damage, and now that's cue to call for the Baron to start things off. It's already melting like Swiss cheese. They just got it.
Like, as soon as you lose the river control,
that's the damage. Procs his shields, but still half his health is dealt already. Soaz looking to dive onto the front. They've caught Mythy. He can't even gray health. Forgiven gets his first kill of the game. 46, almost 47 minutes in, and Origen still.
G2 was setting up for that dragon, and then Origen said, you know what, we're just gonna go straight mid. We're gonna force you to move back through your own jungle, trying to defend it, but way too late, obviously, with G2 on chasing it. Amazing getting caught out. How?
Don't even need ace in the hole on that. Amazing gave his life.
This game's getting weird.
It is definitely one-shot people. Not on Tank Fizz.
I mean, if you are Origen now.
I'm here. I'm gonna go for Perkz, and denied.
The value of the Tom Kench, that's an Elder Drake now.
And that's that is going to be a dead Soaz. No, he gets his Guardian Angel. I completely forgot he still had that. So they're going to take him down the second time after his Zhonya's channels. That is 2 members down. Amazing still for half a minute. Unless Soaz can buy even more time. No! Shut down by Perkz. Elder Drake for a few minutes. This is a massive. That's already starting to go very low. Kick is tanking up the laser of the turret. It's half its health here. They don't want to fully commit to it just yet, but Power of Evil, he could go down in this. He's not very healthy, trying to stay alive, but the Nexus is bare. Now can they get the fight to save it? The Nexus is going down. They don't even need the fight. And G2 finish the 2-0.
A very happy bot lane from G2. after picking up a win against their old team. Great start for them, 2-0, 3 points. Game 1 lived up to the expectations we had for G2. Game 2, however, we got to see again some very aggressive moves. Suddenly Origen found ways to respond, found ways to get back in the game, became very, very close. But then suddenly, after that little trade, mid-tower for Dragon Control, Amazing got caught out, Elder Drake died, G2 had it, and was just straight towards the Nexus.
They did get a little antsy in 51 minutes of play, but